Wine is the most healthful and hygienic of beverages. Louis Pasteur. Bonjour, my name is David DeVere. I'm a wine educator and traveler, and you're watching Savvy Nomad TV. This is the Eau de Vie edition, and this is day 4 of the Costco Wine Adventure Box. Let's see what day 4's got for us. Day 1, Cabernet Sauvignon. Day 2, Pinot Grigio. Day 3, Merlot. Day 4, right here, is red blend from Italy, made with organic grapes. Let Be Good red blend wine of Sicily, made with organic grapes. Now, a lot on this front label. Let's take each one of these pieces in turn. Wine of Sicily. Now, of course, Sicily is that island that the boot of Italy is kicking. Settled originally probably by Greek peoples, Phoenicians. The principal city of Syracuse and Palermo were city-states way back. So they've been making wine there ever since somebody showed up and said, what do you got to drink? One of the wine growing regions in Sicily that is well known is around the active volcano Mount Etna. And what do they grow there? Well, one of the grapes they grow is an Italian grape variety called Nero d'Avola. In Sicily, they call it Calabrese. Nero d'Avola is very dark, very red. This looks very dark, very red, but we don't really know what it is. They're not telling us. If it says red blend on the label, it means that there is no principal grape variety that is more than 75% in the bottle. So if you don't have 75% or more, you can't put the grape variety on the bottle. So thus, red blend is here. And it could be anything. It could be a blend of red and white wine. It could be international varieties like Merlot or Cabernet Sauvignon. Or it could be just Italian varieties. The Italian varieties don't travel very good. They really stick to where they're from, which is the peninsula and islands of Italy. So is this Nero d'Avola? Is it Calabrese? I don't know. Red blend is also often noted as claret. That's a British term for a red blend. They do lots of red blends in France, in Bordeaux, and the English just call them clarets. The French don't call them anything but where they're from geographically. They don't list the wine variety on the label. Now, made with organic grapes. I always thought it was curious that we should have to label organic food when we should really, because organic food was historically what all food was, why shouldn't we label food that's made with pesticides, herbicides, fake fertilizers, or genetically modified? Why don't we label that as inorganic food? Shouldn't that be the way it is? I mean, organic food was first, it was inorganic food that became second. Anyway, I digress. Organic grapes, about 30% of the wines that are produced in the world are made with organic grapes. Some wine producers do it for noble reasons. Others do it because it's actually easier to grow that grape variety organically. Because grapes are hardy, they like where they live, and if you treat them a little bit roughly, if they're stressed out a little bit, they make better wines. So organic grapes, obviously, it's kind of put here on the label to make it sound better, but, you know, when the Greeks showed up in Syracuse or in Sicily and they founded the city of Syracuse, all the grapes were organic then. It's the only kind of grape you had. Okay, let's move right on to the bottle and give it a taste. I have filled out the top of my tasting journal here. Link in the description to download a PDF of the tasting card, or if you want a bound copy of the journal, you can buy one from the link in the description to Amazon. It's a BOD product, and I make $2 off it. Okay, so red blends. What's the most famous one? In the US, the most famous one, and I've even seen it on restaurant labels, is Apothic Red. There you go. Red blend. Some of them are very expensive. The ones from Bordeaux can be some of the most expensive wines in the world. Others, generally, people want to know what's in there. So I don't think red blends sell as well in the wine industry compared to wines that say Cabernet Sauvignon on them. Certainly, there's a ton of red blends being made in and around Napa, California. Okay, let's look at our wine here. It is a nice dark color. It's not completely deep. It's not overly black. It's certainly not as dark as our first day wine, the Cabernet Sauvignon. So I'm going to put a little star here between garnet and red. Interestingly, this is 12.5% alcohol, so it's a little low on the alcohol. Is there a touch of sweetness going to be in this wine? Let's find out. First, we have to smell it. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, it's kind of floral, and there was something else in there. A little bit of mature notes. It's not that mature. It's 2020, but there's something almost dusty. Okay, don't think. Work your way around the circle. Is there citrus? No. Berries, yeah. Red berries for sure. Orchard fruit, I'm going to go yes a little bit. Tropical fruit, nope. Flowers, maybe that's what I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say there's some sort of little flower note in there. Vegetables and herbs, yeah, I'm going to say that too. Roasted, yep, yep, yep. And spices. That's what the little pepper mill on the chart looks like, spices. It smells kind of spicy. I'm definitely going out there. I'm definitely going out with the spiciness. And false. There's a little bit of alcohol burn, just slightly. I'm going to go slight. Okay. Now, let's taste it. Well, interesting. It's like a sweet tart. It's like a sweet tart. Oh, I don't really like those candies, but that's definitely what this tastes like. Okay, so dry or sweet? I'm going to go slight on the sweet. The acidity, it's not as high as our Cabernet Sauvignon, which was quite acidic, but it's there. So I'm going to go I'm going to give it a noticeable. Tannins are kind of grippy, not super grippy, but again, they're there. The alcohol, I don't really notice it here in the burn or on the palate. So I will go low. I'm going to come back to preference. Let's move on to body. It's a light-bodied. The balance, this is the play between alcohol, acid, tannin, sugar. I think the balance is fine. It's good. I'm going to give it, I guess here, pronounced, almost to the outside. Complexity. I want to taste it again because I want to see if I get that same first flush of sweet tart. It's actually pretty interesting. There's lots of things going on. It's slightly watery, but there's lots of things going on here. It's okay. I'll go out here on complexity. And the finish, it's nice. It's a little watery, but is slightly drying. I bet this would go great with a pizza. Oh yeah, I'm I do these in the morning, and I think I'm getting hungry. This would be great pizza wine. The finish is good. Okay, there's my dots. I'm going to move on to the score. Appearance, 3 points. Bouquet, not overly expressive, but there was something interesting and hidden in there, so I was curious. I'll give it a 4. Taste, I like the taste. I'll give it a 5. Finish, good finish, no problem. A little bit watery. Okay, I'll split the difference 2. And now my impression, and I need to mark the dot for preference. My impression, I'm interested. I'm impressed. So, and then I will go preference. I'll go all the way out to the end, I guess. Huh. Interesting. Well, with a red blend, you can fill in the spots and make a wine a little more harmonious than if you're just trying to work with what nature gave you in a single varietal. Anyway, I'm going to go do my math. I'll be back with my dots and chart. Give me a second. Okay, here are my final scores for our Sicilian red blend. And my total is 17. That's pretty good. 16 to 18 is excellent. Yeah, I would give it that. If I purchased this bottle and I drink it with a pizza on a Thursday night, man, I'd be happy, happy, happy because it's nice. Here is my flavor profile chart. Look at this thing. What a wacky shape that is. So, okay. Good job, Winebox. That's all I have for you today. I'll be back tomorrow with day number 5. We're cooking right along. And until then, I say tutelaire and cheers. Sarah's up next.
Hi. Red blend. Tricky. Cute label. Uh-oh. That's a pretty color. Kind of a deep cranberry. Oh, it actually smells pretty good too. I can't really define what, but I like it. Let me sip. Fruity. Kind of tannic at the end. I didn't really get heartburn, so that's good. Nothing, super exciting, but I like it. Cheers.